we're going to do is we're just going to take this block, and we're going to drop it right in here. Okay, what does this block do? It's yet another script tag. This one uses a function of the definition library, of the Scandalous library, called onElement. And onElement is a periodic check to see if this element actually exists, and once it does exist, it passes that element into our function and then runs some code. So in this case, we're looking for the element called Google Book Search, which is right here. That's our form. When it's found on the page, when it's finally rendered, it will pass it in as f, and f has a property called form handler, underscore underscore fh. And that form handler has a method called add validations. And the validations that we're going to pass in, an array of validations. You see here, an array of validations. Now in this case, our array only has one validation, and that validation is validate only one word. Simple, silly validation. It'll be run against the field Q, and the error message will be, please type only one word. Now if we didn't pass in this error message, we would use the default title, but we want to override that. We want it to be different than please enter a search term. We just want one word. Our method that we're going to use is going to check to see if the value is equal to nothing. If the value is equal to nothing, that's okay, because required handles that. But if there's more than one word, that's not okay. So here's our regex for more than one word. From the start to the beginning, I only want to see one word and test that value. Okay? That should be all we need. Let's verify this. Let's save this and come back to our page. Refresh it. And now, let's run through the gamut. First, nothing. That works. Second, one word. That works. Third, 2 words. And there's our new error message. Okay. That's nice. We have error messages. Now, one thing before we close up this lesson is we probably want red error messages. I think that's pretty standard. And it would be really nice if the field itself would light up and tell us there's something wrong. So that's easily enough done with a little bit of CSS. We can simply take our predefined CSS here and drop it in to our validation library. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add it to the top, because some of these CSSs will be used when we render our definitions. So we want to put our CSS before the loading of the definition library. I'm going to stick it at the top here, and we can you can imagine what's in here. The only thing we're using right now is a .error class that turns things red, and that's as simple as it is. It will turn things, let's see what things it'll turn red. Reload this. And go ahead and hit submit. Alright, so there's our red error message. Wonderful. It also turns the element value red, and it also lit up the label. Now how did that happen? We have no custom code here to make the label light up, or do we? Yes, as a matter of fact we do. The form handler, the underscore underscore fh property on your form, has already taken care of this for you. It is found any labels that pertain to an input, link them together, and if it throws an error message, it will automatically turn all of this red. You'll notice that our label here says for and the proper field name, ID, for our input box. So automatically our input gets hooked up to our label, and the message manager behind the scenes is taking care of turning things red and showing errors and everything for us. So this is lesson 1. I hope you're with us for lesson 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and hit the website and check out Google HTML, the entire code, and enjoy. Play with it a little bit, see what you can come up with. Until the next lesson, this is Chris, signing off.